I mean, this is one thing I would never, ever, ever forget. Cause wow, boy, was I not in love with that lady. Young as we were. I know, I know, guys. I know you're asking yourself, how the heck does this have to do with the old boys talk? Yet we can all agree that at some point, our hearts got broken as boys. And in my case, it happened when I was 16. So obviously, I was still in high school. Obviously, I was still in high school. So let's get to it. And I'm hoping that X will watch this or listen to it. Okay. Anyway, my name is Sherlock Thompson. I'm Shalo. Really? Where's Umakoti? I don't know why I like to change my voice when I say out my name, but yeah, sounds nice. Anyway, so don't worry, ne? I'm gonna tell you what year this is, and yeah, you can do the maths with my age. It's all good. It's all good. So this is like 2009, right? And I'm 16 years old. So is the lady I'm dating. So is the so is the lady of that time, the one who hit my heart, only to break it later on. So I'm a 40 now. I've just graduated into the senior level of the school. I mean, I still have two levels above me, the 50s and the 60s, but yeah, I'm part of the senior guys right now. So now I need us to backtrack a bit. All right, so I give you the backstory of it, the foundations of where it all started. So let's backtrack a bit. So we're gonna backtrack to December 2008, stretching to early January 2009. I mean, that is when I got to know and connect with the lady. And for now, let's just call her Utau or Utau Tuna. Get that right. We're gonna call her Utau or Utau Tuna. So whenever I refer to Utau or Utau Tuna later on, just know that I am referring to the lady who broke my heart. Okay? Utau or Utau Tuna. I'm gonna call her that just to protect her identity, for the sake of the podcast as well. So that's exactly what we're gonna call her. I mean, it's a name anyway, so it's fine. So me and Tao lived in the same hood, and we attended the same primary school, just different classes. We're in the same stream basically. I mean, she was in class C and I was in class A, you know. And I mean, we were never friends or close up until the time in 2008. The link up was my friend Terence. He's the one who connected us. Thanks to you, brother. Thanks to you, brother. Because apparently Terence was Dauduna's former classmate at primary. So they had a bit of some connection. Yeah. So during that particular December holiday, the 2008 one, Terence developed a habit of visiting Dauduna on a regular basis, almost like 3 days a week or so. And I would just, tag along because I was Terrence's buddy, best buddy at the time. Me and Terrence were like inseparable during that time. So that's how I got to know Dauduna more. And we developed some sort of a relationship, not romantic at the time. It was, it was the genesis of everything, right? The good times and the most painful heartbreak for me. So that was the genesis of everything, right? The good times and the most painful heartbreak that was to follow for me, right? So January came, schools opened. I'm a fresh fourth year, all hyped up, happy and excited. On top of it all, I realized that I was so into Tautuna. Like I was in love with her. I was in love with her. I was in love with them. Let me say that again. I got to realize that I was in love with Utau. Ha! I get to school, and all I can tell my boys about the holiday is this beautiful, amazing, gorgeous lady. Trust me, they knew about it because I just couldn't stop. I was deep into it. And there's a tricky part. I had not told her. I had not told her that I was so into her that I liked it. She didn't know. I never told her. And I'll tell you why. I was so dumb. Now that you know, I recall that moment. But you see now, my boys were not impressed with me. They were totally not impressed with me. How could I have been such a dumbass? Why didn't I tell her when I had the time and the opportunity when I could face her and tell her straight to her face that I liked her? Why? They were not impressed. They were just not impressed. But then, lucky for me, there was a landline at the boarding house we stayed at the dormitories that we stayed at, right? At the hostel that we stayed at. So now Dowduna had that number. I think I'd given her that number because, like, I told you we developed some bit of relationship, some connection, even though we're not like, officially declared as romantic, but the connection, the relationship was there. We're more like friends. So it was me, Dowduna, and Terence. Yeah. So then she had a landline number for the house. So she would call, right? She would call, and I mean, she would call like um almost like 3 to 4 times a week. I'm pretty sure it was almost 3 to 4 times a week. And oh boy, I enjoy those phone calls, man. I enjoy those phone calls. Like every time I'm like called on to come and receive my call, and I know it's from Dow, I'll be like so excited. Those were the best afternoons of my day during that time. It was the best. I don't lie to you. The best. The best of the best. The best of the best. The best. I'm sure she did as well, enjoy the phone calls. And trust me, I think she was in love with me. But she was just, waiting on me to, initiate, you see. But then poor me was shit scared. I was flipping shit scared. Shit scared. Reason being, what if I told her? That was the feeling during the time. What if I told her and then she says no and then I lose her forever? That was my fear. I'm going to be honest with you. That was my fear. She says no and then I lose her forever. So I was comfortable with her staying as a friend forever. I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure there's some of you guys listening to this and are like, we can relate to this. We can relate to this. We can. Now, one day the phone rings. Let me tell you guys. One day the phone rings. And I got called for it. That it was my phone call. And we all knew it was her. Then one of my buddies, um, one of my buddies, this guy came with me to the phone. He accompanied me to the phone. And, after a few minutes, he asked me if he can talk to her. if we can talk to Dao, because it was Dao on the phone. Okay? And then guess what happened? This guy, this guy, this guy tells Udao that I, his friend, me, Sherlock Thompson, likes her, Udao, but I'm shit scared to say so. I wasn't expecting that. I knew it was coming, but not on that day. I wasn't expecting that. And this guy just lays it out like that for Udao on that good afternoon. I mean, I was shocked, but inside I was like, yeah, now she knows. What is she gonna say? Yeah, boy. Ha! Actually, that worked. It actually worked, and she confessed liking me as well. And from that day onwards, we were in a relationship. We're in a relationship, Baba. I just couldn't wait for the next holidays to be with my baby, to be with my baby, my Tautuna. Hey, Baba was in love, Baba. Ah, I was in love. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I'm in love as a 16-year-old, you're totally into it. Hopefully, I wasn't cheating at the time. I was say, I wasn't Simba now. It was April, guys. It was April 2009. April 2009. I'm sure I wasn't dating anybody else. But yeah. that was probably the best school holiday I've ever had. Or one of the best. One of the best. It was one of the best, I'm telling you. And Tuana, it was it was nice, Baba. It was nice. It was mwah. Hey, we were so in love, Baba. It was flowing. I was feeling good on top of the world, Baba. I was feeling on top of the world. I was feeling like I am the man who got the lady. Ha! I wonder how I felt when I was with her. Oh man, that was amazing. Life was good. Let me tell you a story. I remember the other time when we walked in the rain together. Yo, guys, you don't understand. On top of that, she was hot. She was hot, 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 hot. Shisa mfana. Ebabeka shisa. Last number. Hey. Anyway, I mean that whole holiday was fantastic. I mean, I enjoyed every bit of it. I don't think I touched my books during that period. I don't think so. I don't think I touched my books. Did I ever study during the holiday? I don't think so. Now that I remember, I don't think I touched my book. It was all her. That's how deep I was into her. I'm not sure that was a good thing or bad thing, me not touching my books, but anyway, story for another day. That's a story for another day. Now, the holidays were nice. Me and Para spent almost every day together. It was mwah, mwah, mwah. We're in love, blah, 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 blah. Hey, then schools opened. Then schools opened, Baba. Schools opened. I had to go back to school, boarding school. And now I had a cell phone. Given to me by my grandmother. Danko, Coco, Danko for the cell phone, Coco. So now, me and my baby could communicate more intimately. Yes, more intimately. No more landlines and one. Share straight. Cell phone. Eating grrr. I pick a lie in my pocket. I knew. I did hello, baby. Holla. Do you miss me? Huh? Anyway. And then on this one particular afternoon, cold afternoon, this is now winter now, cold afternoon, just after afternoon prep, afternoon studies. If you don't know what prep is studies. I call my Dao. I'm free now. I got some money to buy airtime. And I buy voice call minutes, 20 minutes, right? There was no WhatsApp then. I had to buy like proper phone call minutes. I bought 20 minutes in time. 20 minutes just for her. Just for her, ntwana. Just for her. Ngiyabona manje. Angisazoringa nechiri yami nethekeni lami for 20 minutes non-stop. It's gonna be nice. Lekha nca. Before I could even get to like 10 minutes, dog. Dauduna had flipping dumped me. One dump, but I'm done. One dump. Before 10 minutes. Ama-minutes ngibhayanga ayi-20. Before kufika nje 10 minutes abangidampile ntwana. Awantshela 9-9. It was over. Wantshela wathi yazini it's over. I'm like, what's going on here? And then she was like citing reasons of, long distance, I think, and that she had found somebody else closer and was part older. Funny part is that all my 20 minutes got used up. All my 20 minutes got used up. And I can't even recall what we talked about after getting dumped. Like I've got 20 minutes. Before 10 minutes, I get dumped. What the heck am I still saying for the last 10 minutes, dog? Ngiyancenga kwenzakalani kahle kahle. Yela bathi life is blind. Ntanga bengenzanga in the last 10 minutes. Yo. Mara, all I can tell is that I was shattered. I was broken. I was devastated. Like, I felt lost. I felt like the walls were crumbling down on me. Even my heart was broken down. It was the first time I experienced such pain in my heart, dog. Like, hey, I did not expect that from my Dauduna. How? Kanjani Daw? Like, besimnandi last holiday. Manje kwenzakalani? Manje who is this closer and older guy who's like, yabona, making you manje untshela amasimba kanje. Eish. Mara, okay, yeah, fair. Because mina noDaw, I thought ukuthi we were soulmates, yabona. Eish. Mara, yeah, I loved him. Yet she teared my heart into pieces, man. Dauduna, why? Why? Why, Dauduna? Why? Why did you break my heart? Through a damn phone call. Guys, I got dumped through a phone call. She told me it was over. Nge-phone call. Nge-airtime yami, dog. Nge-airtime yami, dog. Like ngiriske like le mali yami ukuthi ngithenge ukudla la. Mangisesigela manje ngibhaye i-airtime ngithi ngifuna amabhebhezi uyandampa. Yo. And anyway, that's the whole story of, that phone call that broke my heart. My first heartbreak. That is that. That's exactly what happened. I don't think me and they ever interacted afterwards. But I knew the guy, the close and older guy. I knew him. And I actually saw them together at some point. Became worse. But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, and hopefully Dauduna answers my why. Hopefully Dauduna answers my why. But that is how I got my first heartbreak. My heart got broken that way during that time. So it links with the old boys because I was still at the school and my boys know about the story. Anyway, let's do this. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and let's grow the channel together. I'm out. See you on the next episode.